who have you given the most to over the years? You've given to a lot of people, presidents. Who have you given? I think you were one of the bigger donors for Obama. So you got Obama, Clinton, Hillary, Biden.
Biden was on life support. And when he was, there was really, they couldn't even get anybody to go on the record for him. And so I helped Biden a great deal. And, they've all been to my house. They've all been to my house at a certain point. The politician that I was closest to, the politician that I chummed around with was Teddy Kennedy. And that was my guy. We're just, in my bedroom at my house, I call it the Teddy Kennedy suite because that's where he would stay. And when he'd come down here or down, up to Palm Beach, we were just bonded.
Why?
I just think we were these two Irishmen that clicked. We just clicked. And he'd call me and just shoot the breeze. My son worked for him one summer in D.C. And I called my son. I said, "How you doing?" He's fine. He was 18. I said, "Where are you?" In the office. I said, "Is Senator Kennedy there?" He says, "I think so." I go, "Mike, for God's sake, he's either there or he's not there. What kind of answer is that?" He goes, "Well, I can smell cigar smoke."
Got it.
I go, "Mike, you can't smoke cigars in a federal building." He said, "Daddy, who's going to tell Teddy Kennedy to put out the cigar?"
He was in 43. What was it now? 41 years? I don't know how long he was in there. He was in there for a minute.
When he had his final birthday party, at the Kennedy Center, I picked Bobby up at the airport. Bobby and I went and picked Ethel up, and he had me seated in the box right next to him.
Bobby Kennedy Jr.?
Yeah, he was in my firm before he went to the cabinet.
Oh,
RFK Jr., yeah.
See, he was in your firm. Mm-hmm. Environmental lawyer? What did he do for you?
He, big mass torts, gas spills, oil spills, the East Palestine train case.
How good of a lawyer was he when you had him?
Well, there's three types of lawyers. There's finders, minders, and grinders. Bobby's a finder. I do a town hall with Bobby Kennedy in East Palestine, which was interesting because that's Trump country. And this is before, we sent Bobby to do a town hall in East Palestine. We signed up all the cases. Bobby's a Pied Piper. Now, he's very, very smart, but and he's very good in trial. But you don't want Bobby doing the nitty-gritty, the discovery, because he tends to wander.
That's the grinder?
That's the grinder.
So you said finder, minder, grinder?
Yes.
What's the middle one?
The finder is the person who brings the minder oversees the grinders.
Like a project manager?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yes.
So the grinder does the due diligence, the research, the calling, the finding out what's going on. What do you know about this? What do you know about that?
The minder oversees them.
What's the most important?
Well, there's no food without the hunt. You got to.
So the finder makes the most money.
Yeah.
Got it.
When Bobby, we had to do a lot of disclosures because, like, the last year he was with me, he made $10 million.
Bobby made $10 million with you last year.
His last year with me.
Great. What year was that?
It was right before.
Wow.
Don't hold me that exact number because it all.
No, he made multi-nine figures.
It's in this when he got confirmed. When he got confirmed, it was I had to file, and he also had to, because he was owed money on other cases, but he had to not take that once he took this position. So.
Really, you can't even take the payments for old work you did?
I just signed the document. I did what he.
What a weird law! Like I closed the deal. And there's more work coming in. I can't get paid for work that I did when I wasn't a public servant?
I agree. I said, Bobby, I reluctantly agree.
Listen, we will gladly follow.
We got to be ethical.
Honey, we saved $2.8 million. Steve stays in the house.
We're going to have a big Christmas now. Bobby got confirmed, and I saved a lot of money.
That is so funny. So how about on the Republican side? Who were you close with on the Republican side?
Well, I'm close with everybody. Listen, Danny Perez from Miami, the speaker, having lunch with him Monday. I'm very close with Wilton Simpson, who was the president of the Florida Senate. Wilton's the agriculture commissioner now. I'm his personal lawyer. I did all the votes the voting stuff for him when he was Senate president. I became close with Jeb later in life. I'm an investor in Jeb's fund, but I wasn't a Jeb guy when because Jeb was a big tort reformer back in the day. I'm very close with. I'm having a fundraiser in a couple of days for the incoming speaker, and who else am I? I mean, look, Pam Bondi was, dated a guy in my firm. I mean, we partied like rock stars together.
With Pam Bondi.
Oh, hell yeah. Gasparilla, we can't even talk about it. We can't even talk about it. But we loved her, and she was very good to my kids. And my daughter had a store, Violet Clover, and Pam would come over and buy stuff. She dated a guy in my firm named Billy Howard. They loved each other, but they were always in fight. Billy drank too much, and Pam would call me, Billy, you got to. I finally intervened. And Pam called me one night. I said, John, Billy was laying in the street in Ybor last night. The cops had to pull him in. I went over after Pam called me. I went over and intervened Billy, and I said, dude, look, because I drank too much myself. So it was like, I said, look, I know I shouldn't be the guy intervening. But you're going to effing kill yourself. And he says, what do you want me to do? And I said, I want you to go to an AA meeting 90 days, every day for 90 days. And I said, but I don't care if you do. I'm just telling you what I think you should do. Billy Howard he had one relapse. He went to Vegas once and fell off the one. So he had a little interruption.
One is not bad.
But he had to get a new chip.
Right.
But Pam Bondi's call to me saved Billy Howard's life.
Wow.
And I think to this day, she's got boyfriends and stuff, but I think to this day she loves Billy Howard. Pam, if you're watching, I mean it.
Is she married today?
She's got a boyfriend.
Oh, she's got a boyfriend, but she loves Billy Howard.
I think so.
Is Billy still with us?
Billy's still with us.
Okay.
And Billy's thriving.
Is he really?
And he's a baseball coach.
Okay, good.
Billy's thriving. And,
good for Billy Howard.
And he's still, he told me that he was at Walgreens a few months ago and he ran into Pam over in Tampa. But look, back in the day when Pam was a state attorney, she's a tri-delt at the University of Florida, during those days, so she's hot. And but her and my children were all close. She was very close with my family, so I've known her, way back. As a matter of fact, when she was running for attorney general, I had a guy working in my firm who Charlie Crist picked as lieutenant governor, Jeff Kottkamp, and Jeff was saying some stuff about Pam that was not necessarily true. And Pam called me hysterical and was like, and I went publicly and said, no, this did not happen. And I had to refute Jeff, who was a Morgan & Morgan lawyer, but I said, no, that did not happen.
Did you call Jeff and tell him what he
doing?
doing?
I said, listen, he goes, he said something like, and I love Jeff. He's from Kentucky like me. We follow Kentucky basketball. You got the Kentucky blue on. But I said, Jeff, he said something to me like, John, this is a blood sport. I go, well, I ain't fucking lying. And Pam called me from a hotel room in Jacksonville, Florida, and I stomped it out. And Jeff lost, and Pam became Attorney General.
Wow. Well, I mean, Pam is one. I've met her once at the inauguration. Beautiful, and she's got a tough job right now. She's getting a lot of heat right now with the handling of Epstein and what happened with that. They had a victory yesterday. What was the thing that they got right yesterday, Rob? It's,
the pipe bomber.
The pipe bomber that came back. That it was.
Yeah, I saw her on the national news last night.
Yeah.
She was announcing with Cash Patel.
She was with Cash and a couple other guys that were there together. The FLB shoes. By the way, I am officially on. Let me see this. I'm on day 57 out of 58 that I've worn these shoes. Love wearing these shoes every single day. I think Vinny's got it on. The other night we went to dinner. Vinny was wearing this black pants, white shirt with the FLB shoes. We walk into the restaurant, 7 girls lined up waiting to meet with Vinny.
One girl was crying. She was crying. She was shaking.
She was crying. She was shaking.
The shoes. I was like, I can't.
Are you Ringo Starr?
So for those of you guys that are asking about getting the shoes before Christmas for your husband or your sons or your friend, this is what you want to be thinking about. Size black and brown, Size black and brown. Let me see this thing here from Black and Brown. So let's go to partners or what's available. So size black and brown, if you want to get them, size 9, 10, and 11 are available to get before Christmas. White, all sizes are available except for 7, 7.5, and 8.5. Navy, 8, 9, 9.5, 10, and 11 are available before Christmas. Of course, after Christmas, shipment is coming. That'll be here New Year's. These things, we can't even keep these on the shelves, to be honest with you, with the shoes. Once you put them on, just go read the reviews with people reading reviews writing reviews when they bought them. Once you put them on, you'll realize why this has become as hot of an item for us as we expected it. Took us 2 years to do this, Rob. If you want to play the clip on that, we'll get into the stories. Here's the FLB shoes. Go for it. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. I love it. Designed in Florida, 100% made in Italy. Folks, if you haven't yet ordered one, we had 2 guys yesterday that ordered 4 of all colors. And one of them was from UK. The other one was from Belgium or something like that, ordering these shoes. If you want to find out how it matches against everybody else, go to vtmerch.com. On the homepage, you'll see the shoes. Click on the link to go learn more about the shoes and place an order for your husband, for your spouse, for your son, for somebody maybe that works for your company as a recognition. And go to vtmerch.com to place your order.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.